Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. On today's video, I'm going to take you through a glute focused lower body workout. So take a screenshot of the page and let's head to the gym. We're going to start with a warm up, and we're warming up with my favorite warm up stretch. It's the world's greatest stretch. This is an amazing warm up exercise just because it's really stretching all muscle groups. So you want to make sure that you start in a plank position, keep your hips low, bring your foot up to your outside of your hand. You want to kind of stretch towards the other side before bringing your arm up towards the sky and really bringing that chest up with you and sinking into your hips before switching sides. Remember, when you bring that foot to the outside of your hand, you really want to sit down in those hips before you stretch up towards the ceiling. Make sure that your hips are low and that they're not up above your shoulders. Then we're going into some deep squats. So just come down as much as is comfortable. You can also adjust your foot placement to whatever is comfortable for your hips. And you're just going to slowly push your elbow into your knees, rocking side to side. And then we're going to go straight from a deep squat into a hamstring stretch. So you're going to stand up, try to straighten your legs as much as you can, round your back and try to reach your toes as you stretch through the hamstring before coming back down into a nice deep squat. Next, we're going into some side lying clams with a band. So make sure that your feet are stacked, your knees are stacked, and that your elbow is underneath your shoulder. You really want to pull against the band and make sure that you're not twisting with your body. So keep your torso nice and straight, core turned on, and pull your knee out as hard as you can. I like to pause at the top a little bit to hit my glute a little bit more. Then we're going to finish the warm up with some rower. If you don't have a rower at your gym, you can use any cardio machine that you have. You just want to get your heart rate up, so don't go too crazy. With the rower, I just warmed up for 500 meters at a steady pace. With the rower, make sure that you are really extending your arms as you come back in and really using the full range of motion. I see a lot of people doing very short and quick bursts with their arms. Make sure it's slow and you're fully lengthening. First compound lift, we're going into some sumo deadlifts. So make sure that you have your feet nice and wide, so wider than a regular deadlift stance, toes slightly pointed out, and your hands should be even inside your legs. Make sure that as you bring the barbell down that your chest remains up. Don't drop your chest. Just tap the barbell to the ground and you want to squeeze your glutes and push out of the deadlift. Next, we're going into some hip thrusts. So make sure that the bench is underneath your shoulder blades, so 1 or 2 inches underneath. Have that chin tucked, and you want to make sure that your torso comes down with your glutes, and then you want to scoop your pelvis up and squeeze your glutes at the top, fully locking out. Make sure that you try to keep your shins as vertical as you can. We are going to do 4 sets of 10 reps here, and the last set I like to finish with a pause, so I finish with a 3-second pause at the top. Next, we're going into some single leg deadlifts with a kettlebell. You can also use a dumbbell for this exercise. So this requires a lot of stability. So as I'm doing here, you can always hold onto a barbell or something to help you stabilize. Make sure that when you're coming down, you are bending that knee. You do not have to have a stiff leg when you're doing a single leg deadlift. You want to bend the knee. As you bring your leg back, make sure that you keep your hips nice and square. Next, we're going to target the hamstrings with some lying hamstring curls. Once again, I'm doing this on the cable machine setup, but you can also use a machine if you have that at your gym. Super important to make sure that it's a weight that is kind of challenging. As you pull, you really want to push your hips into the ground. You want to squeeze your glutes at the top, and I like to pause for a split second before slowly releasing your legs back down. And don't let there not be tension. As you bring it down, keep the tension and pull again. Next, we're going into some lateral skater squats. So this is quite hard, so you can always start a little bit smaller and put your foot on the ground and keeping it up. But basically, you want to make sure that you're pushing off that foot. Try to get a little bit of height. Take these nice and slow and keep low as you push off the ground. Then we're going to finish it off with some seated bended abductions. So we're going to do 3 sets of 20 at 3 different positions. So the first one, you'll be sitting back with a nice straight back. Then you're going to sit up straight with a nice straight back. Do 20 there. Last one, you'll hinge forward from the hips and you'll do a last set of 20. So that was the workout today, guys. I hope you really enjoyed it if you did it along with me. If you did enjoy it, please subscribe. It really helps your girl out. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye, guys.